Meeting to order of June 26, 2022, right, Bill? I'm sorry, July 26. Now I'm going backwards again.
I already looked at it.
I'm going backwards again. July 26, 2022. We'll roll call, please.
Stacy?
Here.
Vinny?
Here.
Knoble?
Here.
Curran?
Here.
None here. McMasters?
Here.
One sorry.
Here.
Yeah, okay.
We'll stand. Thank you, sir. We'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by an invocation from Pastor Mike Shaw with Restoration Church. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I got you.
I ask you to bow your heads, close your eyes. Loving and gracious God, you are the giver of all good gifts, and we thank you today for all your blessings, for the successful outcomes of this year's school events, and for the upcoming school year itself. Lord, we thank you for the staff members, both teachers and support staff, as well as all the volunteers who come together to make it happen. We ask that you bless this board abundantly as they continue to seek your wisdom, guidance, courage, and strength. Be with them during their deliberations and help them to be wise in the decisions they make for the good of all those who have placed their trust and confidence in their leadership. Give them the insight and discernment to lead with integrity, that their decisions may reflect what is right and good. Help them to make decisions that are good for all. Dear Lord, grant them the humility to always seek your will in all ways of everything that they do and say. All glory be to you, our loving God. Amen.
Amen.
Pastor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate the
Thank
blessing.
you, Pastor.
So for the group here, we have Miss Can in another room. She didn't want to be with us this evening, right? But was feeling a little bit under the weather and thought that it might be best to be a little bit separated. So
Thank you.
everyone, thanks for being here tonight. Item number 4, public comment. Is there anybody here with public comment tonight? I don't think we had anything, anybody that asked ahead of time, but that's all right. Public comment. Okay. With that, though, I would like to ask Miss Kim Antonovich Mertz to come up, please, for a brief presentation.
This is very exciting.
So I wish Miss Cam was in the room here, but she's not. So we're gonna. I'll try to do the best I can, Stephanie.
I can talk about what should be awarded.
Fantastic. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Kim has been a real warrior for environmental causes in our district for quite some time. It's pretty neat that she has been handpicked to be the Madison County Green Schools Coordinator of the Year, and that's all of Madison County. A lot of schools have green school coordinators, and so there's a large group they picked from. So in Bailey Lutz, who's from the Madison County Building and Zoning, presented a $500 check and a trophy to her at Mitchell School, recognizing all of her recycling efforts. She has just done so many things. She has a real passion for it. She started a sustainable recycling program. She holds public recycling days for electronics and shoes and tabs. She's promoted a lot of the collection programs. This year she had 140 pounds of plastic bags, 393 pounds of soda can tabs, 59 pairs of shoes, and 17 pairs of eyeglasses, and 15 pounds of dried up markers, which we just throw away. I hadn't even considered that. So we won 5th place and $100 to the Madison County Plastic Bag Collection, which they recycle for playground equipment, which I also think is really cool. And her staff members are proud of her. We couldn't be any more proud of her. And I'm sorry I'm not in there, but I did see her in the hall. So congratulations, Kim. We're, as a district, we're so proud of all your efforts. Thanks.
I would like to read this to you because I think it's worth at least sharing the certificate here. Certificate of recognition to Miss Kim Antonovich Mertz, 4th grade teacher at Mitchell 3 to 4 Center, has been named the 2022 Madison County Green Schools Program Coordinator of the Year. She started the Green Schools Coordinator as the Green Schools Coordinator in 2004 and has worked effortlessly to start a sustainable recycling program. She also holds a public recycling days for electronics, shoes, tablets, and is currently overseeing a district-wide summer recycling program, given this 28th day of June 2022. Congratulations. Way to go.
All right, here we go. Talon, you're out. You're good. Looks good, thank you.
Thank you. And I have to know, what do you do with old markers? What do you,
Well, we
is
send
it
it to,
plastic? Is that?
yeah, we send it to a company and they recycle it, and it's from like playground companies.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
Thank you
it's
so much.
been a little hard recycling with COVID, because we even did more than that in the past, with, like, we used to get
wow.
hundreds of shoes, not just 59 pairs. But, yeah, COVID stopped a lot of it.
Well, that's neat. Very nice job and congratulations.
Thank you again.
So much. All right, we are up to the minutes from the June 28th, 2022 board meeting.
Move to approve?
Thank you, ma'am. Second. Motion on the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 6, consent agenda, and we're happy to pull anything off of here. We have a bills list, district activity, and memorial fund statement, and gifts. And I would like to say that we do have gifts that were given to Stephanie. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, real quick. So for our back to school celebration, we reached out to Capri Sun and Craft, and they donated 50 cases of product for the event, which we've always been able to count on them. They have been amazingly supportive, so thank you to them for that. And we just found out that St. Gregory the Illuminator Armenian Church made a monetary donation as well to the event. So we really wanted to thank them. Their new minister, which I'm trying to remember his name, wonderful man, we had him do the last meeting. He really stepped up and they made a contribution. So we're really appreciative.
Thank you.
Anybody have any items there that they want to pull off the consent agenda or approve as is?
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. If you haven't guessed, we're kind of moving quickly tonight, so. Item number 8, recommendation and communications for human resources. Ms. Kane?
8A, rescind retirements, resignations. We are recommending the following retirements, resignations be rescinded. Tracy Whitecotton, Secretary Administrative Offices, rescinded July 5th, 2024. Mr. Tim Moran, Vocational Education and Safety, Student Safety Coordinator, rescinded effective 24/25.
So moved.
Second.
We want to give it
You can choose that.
to Talon. Talon gets the second on that.
That's too many.
Yeah. Motion on a second. Any discussion?
Have you
Just a comment there, if I could, about Mr. Moran. He was set to retire, ready to retire, earned his retirement, and he's staying out of loyalty to our school district. He has an exciting new program with our vocational students and developing a safety program for the overall school district. And here's a guy that has well earned his retirement and worked his years, but he's staying on specifically, putting off his retirement for our district. So
That is
big
so
shout out to
true.
him.
Thank you, Bill. That is so true.
Well said, Bill. And we actually happen to have Mr. Moran in the room with us tonight, so.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry I said all that.
Well done, well done. I do have a motion and a second on retirements and resignations.
So moved.
We have.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Very good. Item 8B, other retirements and resignations, Ms. Cam.
It is recommended that the following retirements and resignations be accepted. Bill Markov, second grade teacher Maryville, retirement effective 2/25/26. Rachel Davis, PE teacher, Grigsby, resignation June 30th, 22. Patricia DeZeo, nurse at Coolidge, retirement July 12th, 2022. Tracy Whitecotton, secretary administrative offices, retirement January 2nd, 2023.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Very good, the ayes have it. Item 8D, request for extension to leaves of absence.
You skipped C.
I'm sorry, 8C.
AC, we're good, I got it.
I got ahead of myself.
It is recommended that the following request for leaves of absences be approved. Ronald Niebuhr, custodian Crowheart, effective 8/4/22 to 10/27/22. Andrea Heilman, fifth grade teacher at Grigsby, 8/22 to 11/28/22. Carly Valencia, first grade teacher Maryville, 8/22/2022 to 11/11/2022.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item 8D, request for extension of leaves of absence.
It is recommended that the following requests for extension of leaves of absence be approved. Teresa Mitchell, Administrator Admin Offices, effective 7/1/22 to 6/30/23. Carrie Toth, fifth grade teacher Grigsby, effective 8/15/22 to 6/30/23.
So moved.
So moved.
A motion by Eric, second by Linda.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Very good. Item 8E, extracurricular resignations for the 22-23 school year.
You have received detailed information about this item below. The administration is prepared to make recommendations. We are recommending the following extracurricular recommendations be accepted for the 22-23 school year. Ms. Rachel Davis, head girls volleyball coach for Nancy High School. Ms. Jessica Ferris, first quarter lunch duty at Prather.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Talon. Any discussion? Roll call, please. I'm sorry, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Item 8F and 8G are both extracurricular assignments. I think we can pull those together and do those all at once.
Okay. Perfect. You, Mr. President of the Board, you all received detailed information about these items. The district administration and Granite City High School administration is recommending the following extracurriculars for the 22-23 school year. Ms. Grace Hurst, head volleyball coach, GCHS. Ms. Terry Hill, assistant football coach, Mr. Terry Hill, assistant football coach, Granite City High School. Ms. Sarah Riles, first quarter lunch duty at Prather.
So moved.
Approval is recommended.
So moved, just so I don't feel left out.
Second?
I'll second.
All right, seconded by Erica. First was by Bill. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. Item 8H, substitute pay increase.
Okay, sorry, I had some issues on there. You've received information about this item below, and we are prepared to make recommendations, but you'll find the information was presented and approved at the April 9, 2009 board meeting regarding substitute wage increases and minimum wage increases. But with the wage increases going on around us and the shortage of substitute employees, I really would recommend that we move to the 24-25 substitute rates, move that to the 22-23 school year. We'll continue to monitor the situation, but Mr. Parker can speak to this. We just couldn't find subs. We had to miss a day of school because of lack of subs, and surrounding districts are doing rate increases as well. And in order to be even competitive and trying to find almost impossible people to do this, we are presenting this as some kind of solution to see if we can enhance or entice more people to come to our district. So those wages are below. Dwight, I'm not sure I need to read those. Is Mr. Jones there? Do I need to read these?
It's not required.
Okay, so they're listed below because there's so many. It's just bringing them up to that 24-25 that was already approved, but just doing it earlier.
So it's essentially accelerating the pay schedule is what I'm understanding correctly.
I mean, it's not something that we really, want to do, but to be competitive, I don't see any way around it. Mr. Parker, do you have any other comments?
I would basically just add to that we've seen a reduction in subs with other job openings going on around us. Us companies obviously increasing their wages. I was on Highway 111 earlier today, and you see new warehouses going up. And unless they're only going to employ one or no people, those people come from our sub pool also. We're also still excluding people because of COVID. So I'm real leery with COVID still being around about going into the school district with a limited subpool. So we're just trying to throw everything we can at it to try to increase it.
So it looks like approximately like a $2 an hour increase. Fiscally, if you account for all the subs budgetarily, are we okay with that for this year?
We've checked, but Zach, do you want to speak to that? I mean, we've already talked about it, but for their benefit, do you want to?
We can handle that.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second. Oh, Eric. And a motion by Erica, seconded by Eric. Any discussion?
Just one quick question, since this is like a scale and we're skipping to 24, 25, after that, I'm assuming it'll just stay at that rate unless we approve differently, or is it gonna keep going up from there, like incrementally?
That would be correct.
Yeah.
I recommend we stay at that rate until we can evaluate further to see what the market's doing as far and the workforce.
So
We
there,
need to see, it's hard to project at this point. Good question though.
so would there be a need then to renegotiate their salary? When we get to the
Our
top?
contract should be up at that point.
Yeah,
Okay.
Our contract.
yeah, it will be, it was a period.
Okay, any other discussion? This is a pay increase and change in, what we've approved before, probably a roll call vote on this.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And the motion can control the length. You guys can do it now for an indefinite period, or you could do it to control the upcoming school year and then revert back. So you can amend your motion or keep the motion to state for what period of time or for what duration you intend for this change to take effect.
So 24, 25.
For example.
Is that the intent?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So I'll amend my motion and say that I recommend going to the 24, 25 numbers now through the end of the school year 24, 25 to be reevaluated later. Is that good?
Very good. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Erica.
Second.
So we can still amend that at a later time, right?
Correct.
We can
Yeah.
amend it, yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Roll call vote, please, Zach.
None, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy. Aye. Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 8I, certified and classified substitutes.
We have a big list in front of us. We're recommending that these applicants be board approved as subs for the 22-23 school year, but we are extremely grateful for the continued service that these people give to our district. They have to re-certify every year, and we have to approve them every year. So these are some very faithful people that we really appreciate. I just wanted to point that out. So approval is definitely recommended for the certified and classified staff listed below.
So move.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Item, where are we? 8J, employment for the 22-23 school year.
I think it's rescind the Coolidge Junior High School Secretary.
Yes, ma'am.
Somewhere in there? Okay. Due to Don Linneman declining the offer of the 22-23 Coolidge Junior High School Secretary position, the administration has requested rescinding that recommendation.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those no, the ayes have it. Item 8J2, filling that position, right?
That is correct. The interview committee consisting of Mickey Watkins, Steve Mathis, Darren Depew, and Sherry Lamb respectfully requests board approval for Ms. Kathy Goodwin to serve as the Coolidge Junior High School Secretary for the 22-23 school year, pending the submission of required paperwork.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
None, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 8J3.
The interview committee consisting of Jeannie Bratton, Mickey Watkins, and Krista Navastish-Caverna held interviews for a Title I teacher position for the 22-23 school year. They are recommending Shirley Lynn Isringhausen for the Title I itinerant float teacher position for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
Nunn, aye. Masters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Wolmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 8J4, Title I teacher of the Prather Kindergarten Center.
The interview committee consisting of Ms. Jeannie Bratton, Nikki Watkins, and Kristen Navassis-Goberna held interviews for Title I teaching positions for the 22-23 school year and are recommending Katie, if I get this right, Napier for the Title I teacher position at Prather Kindergarten Center for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Kern,
Aye.
Nunn, aye. Masters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Wolmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 8J5, paraprofessionals.
The interview committee consisting of Nikki Watkins, Steve Mathis, and Mr. Darren Dupuy held interviews for special education positions. In order to meet the contractual obligation to hire paraprofessionals after being subs for 18 months, the following candidates are being recommended for employment in the district: Rhonda Conklin, Damon Dukes, Kaylin Glenn, Michelle Hill, Alyssa Upshaw, Tammy Witt, and Christina Yeager. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Nunn, aye. Masters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
Wolmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 8J6, employment of the Granite City High School special education teacher for the 22-23 school year.
Interview committee consisting of Nikki Watkins, Kristen Navassis-Goberna, and Steve Mathis held interviews for this position. They are recommending Brianna Pate for the high school special education teacher position for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
Nunn, aye. Wolmsmeyer.
Aye. And item 8J7, employment of a school nurse for the 22-23 school year.
The interview committee consisting of David Keel, Steve Mathis, Julie Wilgus, and Mike Dowdy respectfully request board approval for Ms. Jane Whitehead to serve as a school nurse for the 22-23 school year, pending the submission of the required paperwork. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second. Second. Any discussion?
We do have a lot of great candidates for that. I just want to point that out. It was kind of tough, but she had previous experience.
Yes. Roll call, please, Zach.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Kern,
Aye.
Nunn, aye. McMasters,
Aye.
Wolmsmeyer.
Aye. Item number 9, old business. I didn't see it on the agenda, but we do have the gaggle purchase. That's through 3 funds. There is a statement in here. Ms. Candy, want to address that?
There's a what?
Maybe it's from last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leftover. Very good.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. I'm thinking, okay.
Never mind what he said.
Wasn't on the agenda, so we're good. We're good.
So we're on new business.
Item number 10, new business, A, school improvement plans for the 22-23 school year.
I am going to turn over some good news for Kristen to talk about this. There she is. Hi. And I went in with my wall, so I know she lives. For those of you that can see me. So, I am submitting this for your approval tonight. So due to the Illinois State Board of Education ISB school designation and funding provided through Title I, Part A, Section 1003, School Improvement of the Every Child Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, Illinois Empower, the following schools are required to submit an annual school improvement plan, SIP, to our Board of Education. This report is to provide information to you, the Board of Education. So all the following schools listed below are either targeted or comprehensive, and their cohort year is listed next to them. And that was the year that they were targeted or comprehensive. Next to that is a amount of money that they received for being targeted or comprehensive. So the good news here is Grigsby has, they are now exemplary, and they have all made a relative progress
but due to the formula that ISB has created for the designation requirement, it's just like kind of like slow but steady progress, and also due to COVID. So in 2019, the fall report cards came out. So in 2019 and 2020, whenever the spring testing came, there was no accountability to be held because of COVID. That was the year COVID hit. So everybody was kind of like stale. So everybody was on, just like held on like pause kind of thing. So no assessment was taken in 2020 after that, and so nothing was moved off the list. So 2021, we're, kind of becoming normal-ish. And so the good news is everyone is making some sort of progress, and I see that more will be moved off the list. And so that's what our goal is. Grigsby, they started that WIN program, the What I Need program, if you guys recall. I know that they spoke about it before. Don came in the past and told you about that. And that's what targeted what the students needed and helped with interventions and worked with those students to get them off the designation list and move them from comprehensive to exemplary. So it goes, the lowest would be comprehensive, and then targeted, and then exemplary. So those are the stages of how it works. And so we're very proud that we're moving in the right direction. So tonight, this was just for you to see their school improvement plans and how they all plan to move towards their goals and move forward for that throughout the year.
We're really proud of the work with the WIN program that Mr. Stratton started and Jody Batson's been continuing. We hope to see more improvements across the school district this year with some of the new programs we have going on post-COVID, hopefully.
Yes, and all of our schools, have intervention plans in place that you will see in these plans. That's what I'm sharing with you. I just wanted to mention Grigsby because they came from the lowest of the low to the high. Yes. So they needed to, be commended for that.
Yes.
Kristen, can I ask you just a question? When I was looking at all of that, there was math and English scores.
Yes.
And there was a nice improvement, and then there was COVID, and there's a projected that's actually lower, and it's probably realistic.
Yes.
So we're still coming off the list, even though the projected is sort of like we lost a year, and all the improvement work they made is still projected going to be lower.
Yes.
But we're still off the list.
Yes, we're still off the list.
Yeah.
So yes, and so what we got to do is we got to reset. So
Okay.
we can always fluctuate our percentages to decide what we want to set as our goal.
Okay.
So our goals can be fluid, and that can be set by our building leadership teams.
Great.
And our building leadership teams work really hard, with our buildings, with all of our teachers. They all work really hard to get our students moving in the right direction.
Yes.
So this just provides a map to where they want to move towards.
The only thing I didn't see is, it was really clear in Grigsby and one of the others, but those previous scores and then projected, I didn't see that uniformly with all the schools.
Right.
That would have been a little more helpful to see that put into the report. It's easier to look at that way. I missed that. I saw it in Grigsby. It was very helpful. I didn't see it in all the others. And I think Maryville projected like 65% met or exceeded grade level. Well, their scores wouldn't have reflected 65% in math or whatever it is are meeting or exceeding standards, right? It doesn't mean that, does it?
Not necessarily.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
I just had a little trouble with some of the numbers there. I did a little bit.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
I just think with a lot of the new hires, Ed team's been great, hired a reading interventionist. I think we just have so many new things going on. I'm really looking forward to seeing some improvements across the board. And Kristen and they've all been working very hard on, with the principals and the new leadership we have coming in to raise scores and help meet kids where they are.
I thought the plan was really exciting because it was more than a pandemic. It was an educational pandemic. And we see those teachers, if you look at a couple of years when that ground was gained, that was so hard fought for by teachers. And to reset, hats off to the teachers for sure.
Yeah, set a map and they've really got goals that they have set. So, hats off for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chris, I appreciate that.
Thanks to everyone.
Thank you for the presentation, Kristen, we appreciate that. So we do have, it's a school improvement plan that we do need approval for. I'm happy to take a motion in a second, and then we'll see if there's any additional discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is, and a second, any discussion? Any additional questions for Kristen? Hearing none, roll call please, Zach.
Jenny,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy, aye, Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Thank you very much, Kristen, we appreciate it. Item 10B, Title I aids for the 22-23 school year. Ms. Camp?
Okay, the following people to work within the parameters of the Title Grant, all these people will be part-time participants and paid through the Title I grant we have in the district, not to exceed 15 hours per week. So the rates for the 22-23 school year will increase from $11.75 an hour to $15 an hour, for those without a bachelor's degree, from $14 to $16.50 an hour. For those with a bachelor's degree. Title aids will work only on days where students are in attendance. Gloria Sharp at Maryville, Lynette Cochran at Mitchell, Paula Ward at Prather, Lisa Mink at Maryville, Jana Allen at Prather, and Brittany Lindsay at Grigsby. And approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Motion a second, any discussion?
Another list of very loyal people that have been doing this.
Yep.
Sorry.
Very loyal individuals, she said. But,
Oh.
Good to have them. Good to have them.
Definitely.
Appreciate it. Roll call please, Zach.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy, aye, Vinnie,
Aye.
Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 10C, student interventionist for the 22-23 school year.
We need to approve, the following person within the parameters of the Title I grant. Again, all part-time participants are paid through the Title I grant not to exceed 15 hours a week. Melanie Lohman started working with us as a student interventionist in the 15-16 school year to assist homeless students and their families with materials they need to get to school and be successful at school. Her role is imperative as she does a lot of legwork, makes calls, and meets with students and families to make sure we as a district are meeting those needs. She shops, organizes school supplies, purchases, dispenses bus passes, gas cards, hygiene supplies, meeting clothing needs, going out and doing visits. She'll be working all those things within the parameters of the Title Grant and will be a part-time participant in the program. She'll be paid through the grant not to exceed $15 an hour at the rate of $16.50 per hour she holds degree. Her main base will be at the board office where student supplies will be stored. Approval is recommended. Melanie's amazing. Let's just add that.
You meant 15 hours.
15 hours, yeah. Not to exceed 15 hours per week, no.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
All right.
I'll second Bill's motion.
Thank you very much, Zach. Motion and a second, any discussion? Roll call please.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy, aye, Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Thank you for your work, Melanie, we appreciate it. Item 10D, Skyward Renewal Upgrade for the 22-23 school year.
And Brad, are you able to talk? Brad or Dave?
Yes, I am.
No, you sure? I can read it.
No, go ahead, that's
He
fine.
was on sick today, so. I'll read it and then you ask questions, okay?
Perfect.
Questions. Authorization is requested to renew the agreement for the 22-23 school year with Skyward, which is the student information system used in the district. As of many of our software packages, the annual support agreement is required for all updates, including state mandated changes and technical support. For this renewal, we are migrating to a hosted solution. That you might have to explain. The renewal has been budgeted for the 22-23 school year at a cost of $106,481. Do you want to talk about the hosted solution real quick?
Yeah, so the main thing is what we're talking about is it's an ever-growing concern for us for privacy, and when Skyward actually hosts the server, what actually happens is it gives us a little bit more robust options for that. So what they do is they'll do all the updates, they'll actually host everything so it's off-site, so if anything ever happens to our data, it's not on location, so if a tornado hits our area, It doesn't affect our data, what's been backed up. So it just provides us better options for that, for all the information that we store, because we store a ton of student information.
Okay, that's good. And approval is recommended.
I move to approve.
Thank you, Brad.
Second.
No problem.
Motion by Erica, seconded by Linda. Any discussion or questions for Brad? Roll call, please.
Thank you for being here, Brad.
None, aye. McMasters?
Aye.
Stacy?
Aye.
Vinnie?
Aye.
Knoble?
Aye.
Curran?
Aye.
Williams?
Aye. Get better, Brad. Item 10E, Meraki, I guess that's how you pronounce it, camera bid. Did I get it right? Awesome. Very good.
Oh, no, Brad.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Meraki.
Do you want to take that, Brad?
Sure. So we are seeking approval to purchase Cisco Meraki cameras. The new cameras will replace the current Cisco camera system, which was installed 15 years ago, and will be end of life through Cisco as of July 2023. The current system contains 541 cameras, both interior and exterior, across all school district buildings. The new cameras will replace all existing cameras and include a 10-year license. Due to supply chain delays, the device acquisition could take 6 to 8 months or longer. We received bids from the vendors below. The selected vendors, Secure Data Technologies, is in bold with asterisks. Also a note, the prices above include 541 cameras and a 10-year license. Approval is recommended.
So moved.
So the Secure Data Technology bid was $883,406. The closest one, CDWG, was $886,790. Tiles and Style was $332,097, and Utilitra, $1,070,195.61.
Very good, appreciate it. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion or additional questions?
Alright, so, no, go ahead, you're more than expert.
No, my only question was, has there possibly an evaluation of any dead areas where additional cameras might be needed when they're making the purchase? Where we have them set up, is it meeting all the needs, or are there dead spots where the kids are vaping? I don't know.
So it is possible to move these around. They will be a higher image quality and better technology. So, as long as we have the cabling to do it, which we do, we can move some cameras around and adjust things as needed.
And that'd be good for, like, especially like Mr. DePew, I know is there, can point out some of those areas, maybe they need to have more cameras. Some of the exterior, we may be looking into potentially down the road some more exterior cameras for safety, but that's not included in this. So.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. This is just to replace, but we will be looking probably in the future to add more. So,
Just to throw out that this is all pending grant funding.
yes.
Yes.
That's just great.
Yes, thank you. I forgot to say that. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Are these cameras like maybe the same 1 or 2 outdoor and indoor cameras, or are there some cameras that, like, oh, this area needed a 360 cam, or camera zoom or anything like that?
So there are 3 different models that we're going with. An exterior bullet camera, an interior dome camera, and a exterior dome camera. So the bullet cameras tend to be able to zoom in further, have a higher resolution, so we can kind of mix and match those where need be.
Okay.
Yes, and I was thinking of the cars that are parked maybe in the evening at the school for various things, protection for those cars. We hear so much about the break-ins.
Yeah, some of the current cameras are pointed at the parking lots, but honestly, the resolution isn't good enough to see very far. It doesn't see license plates very well, so I think these newer ones will help out with some of those issues as well.
And that's the area, Linda, we may be looking into for safety issues. Those might be additions.
Good.
And Brad, with the upgraded technology in the cameras, will this allow, we'll call it off-site monitoring? Like,
So the ability is there. It's a cloud-based solution.
okay.
So it's basically you just go to a website, but we have to give people access to it. So yes, the ability to monitor from outside of the school district is there.
And we can talk about that when we, yeah. So, yeah, that is a possibility, which opens up a lot of good opportunities for us.
Yes. Okay.
Great questions, fantastic. Any other questions for Brad or Ms. Cam? All right, roll call please, Zach.
McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 10F, actions of the Region 1 Board.
The administration is requesting the ratification of the actions listed below of the Region 1 Board meeting held on July 13, 2022. All the information is below for your perusal, and approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second?
Motion and a second. Any discussion or questions? Roll call please, Zach.
Stacy, aye. Vinnie,
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Item 10G is evening academy assignments for the 22-23 school year.
Mr. Jones, do I have to read all these names, or can they see them and approve?
You're asking, can the board approve the grant?
No, this, under XG, this evening academy assignments, do I need to read all those names?
It would be useful to have the names in your record.
You got it. Okay, then permission is requested to approve the following evening academy assignments for the Granite State High School to meet the fall semester needs. Ms. Deb Garland, Ms. Lisa Moore, Ms. Laura Sullivan, Chandler Henson, Peggy Wilson, Liz Sissio, Kim Lignell, Adrian Johnson, Amy Heath, Trina Tisigleroff, Aaron Feldman, Kyle Kozer, Christine Douglas, Candace Parker, Scott Smalley, Laura Polovic, Lindsay Doolittle, and Christine Mode. Due to some holidays, there are more Tuesdays and Thursdays in the fall semester than Monday and Wednesdays. That is why some teachers teaching only one class have altered stipends that you might see. So approval is recommended.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Vinnie,
Say Vinnie.
yes.
Aye.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
none, I, McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy, aye, Wilmsmeyer.
Aye. Yep.
Can I just add, I don't know how many more things Amy Heath can do. She's amazing, but she's not going to do this. I just had to, but I didn't see that until now. So. Super teacher.
And the whole evening academy, that's fantastic.
Oh, it's great.
Item
Good group of people there too.
10H, 6-hour assignment.
Permission is requested to approve the following 6-hour assignments for the fall semester at Lake School, which will now be able to offer a work co-op class to high school students who are able to work. This is a really positive thing for these students. The additional compensation will be paid with the TAP grant that Dr. Keel got additional funding for the last, if you'll recall, grant monies. So we are recommending Katie Parker for local 743 contract, section 28.1 and 28.2, and her base salary and multiplier are listed below, so approval is recommended.
So moved.
And David, do you have any comments about this at all, about how we're offering this to those students? Dr. Keel?
Yes, so this is an opportunity for those students who have a job or who are looking for a job. They can, one of the roles Candy will do is try to help them find a job if they don't have one. So they take a course, and that's what Candy helps teach that course. They get a half a credit for that, and then they also get credit for actually having the job. So it's a great opportunity for them. This is something that the kids do at the high school, day school also. So for us to extend that to Lake is great for those students. I know Christy Moe did it last spring for those students. It was very successful. Donnie Harris, I know, is he was very impressed with it, and the kids really enjoyed it. So it's definitely something we're wanting to continue to do.
I think it's great. Thanks, Dr. Keel.
Motion. Okay, motion by Erica, seconded by Eric. Any additional discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Knoble,
Aye.
Curran,
Aye.
Nunn, aye. McMasters,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Vinnie,
Aye.
Wolfensmeyer.
Aye. Item 11A, facilities report by Eric Smith.
But Eric is not here, he is on vacation with no signal. So, we have a quick PowerPoint, I did a video, I don't know if you saw that.
He's on
With
there.
some updates, I try to go out and
Miss
show
Gann.
everybody what's going on.
Miss Gann,
Mm-hmm.
Eric is on the Zoom, I think.
Oh, really? He wasn't supposed to be. He doesn't have to, we have a PowerPoint, so we could show that and he wants to comment, about what's going on, if we would have pulled that up, and then Eric, is he gone now?
He's gone now.
He's down at the lake,
She was like,
and
she
he's
said it wasn't supposed to be there.
Poor guy. So Chris is gonna pull up just some pictures, some new ones I had him kind of go out today. Okay, so we have just been, I don't know if you know, but I did the video, but then a couple other, local papers have picked up all of our improvements that we've been doing and, talked about our back to school celebration. So it's been really nice to see all the work going on across the district. So we can go to the next slide, Chris.
Give me 1 second, I'm just setting up for our friends watching online.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Okay, next, how do I go to the next slide?
So you are seeing the green bathroom floor, slide 2?
No, I don't see that. All I see is summer improvements. Can I click? I don't know what school, because I need to see the slide to see the school, right?
Is that better?
No, I just see summer improvements.
All right, give me a second here.
There we go. Okay, there we go. So, but what school is that? Is that Maryville?
Yes. Well, hold on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so the floors had tile that was just kind of awful and kind of just falling a little bit apart. So what we did, there's a coating that they can use that's antibacterial, much easier to clean, plus it looks nice. So the walls have been painted, the floors have been painted, and all the bathrooms at Maryville. Doesn't seem like it takes a long time, but it does. So that's one. And then the next one is, which school? Is that also Maryville? I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's still Maryville, right, Chris?
Yes, yes.
Okay, next one. So it just looks, if you saw them before, I should have done before and after pictures. Just having the white paint, and it's more of a gloss, so it wipes off easily. The floors have antibacterial stuff in them, soap dispensers. It just all looks very nice in the restrooms. Next one. Okay, well, there was some rain, but Coolidge, you can't really tell, can you, with all the water? Coolidge looks amazing there. If anybody's been able to go by, there's blacktop for all the buses to pull in now. We have, what do you call those, bolstrods in front, so that we don't have anybody coming into the school or driving through a door, which we're planning on all schools. Just being able to get those buses off of Namioki Road and not having that traffic there will be huge. And we have cars and emergency vehicles can still then access the circle drive in front, so it isn't blocking any access to the school. So that's just been amazing. And to get that done over the summer was a huge project, and they did such an amazing job. So we're really thrilled that that's done.
Up next is Grigsby.
Okay, Grigsby. Whew. Talk about just a total rehab. I've been in and out of that pretty often this summer. They just have so much to do. They're just replacing all the HVAC. You can see all the pictures. Some of the windows, roofs, in classroom, HVAC system, univents, all being replaced. Right now, we're looking at doing a lot of the cleanup. They're finishing the roof systems. Is there a picture of that the big cooler that they set on the side by the office? If you go by there, it's just amazing. So to be able to get that up and going, we're working very hard. I know all of our custodians are out there this week, making sure we can get everything cleaned up in time for teachers to come back. We're pretty excited about having that brand new HVAC system with better air quality. That system there was pretty aged and not in the best condition. So I'm really happy about that.
This is Maryville's parking lot.
Oh yeah, the Marysville parking lot, which really needed to be done. If you had gone through there, some of you parents that are listening, there were potholes. It just wasn't done. They're still going to do some striping, but that looks amazing as well. And of course, we have the field, which is really zooming along. We were worried a little bit that there was some issues with the rubber they need to make turf. We were worried there may be some delays, but so far, cross your fingers, everything is going according to plan. Also drainage around, they're having to redrain to make sure that the track doesn't flood, the field doesn't flood. So that's all part of it. It's not as easy as just putting turf down. They're actually going in and creating drainage systems and hooking them to city stormwaters and sewers and doing all that work. And it's time consuming, but they have been going at lightning speed. So we're really thrilled with that as well. This is Wilson. I think it almost looks like a brand new school. Our painters are amazing. The doors and the entry to the doors have all been painted. You can't really, is there another picture of that where you can see the windows around? Yeah, there we go. In the interior, they did contrast walls with the same paint, did black, the univents. I mean, they look like brand new classrooms. It's really impressive. The painters did an amazing job. They went in and did the whole school. So it looks fantastic. The hallways are all painted new too. Their bathroom floors were done the year before. You can get an idea there. It just looks really nice. We're really happy with that too.
That's also at Wilson.
That's what I thought. That's the back playground at Wilson. That took, all asphalt there too. I didn't have him go out there, and I don't think it's done yet. They're also doing some playground painting that Principal Robertson wanted to do. It's kind of exciting. Some like game things she found. So there's going to be some painting there too, which we may be doing at the other buildings as well. So I just wanted to commend Mr. Smith and our amazing crafts and custodians that we have at this district. Seriously, they save us a lot because they're so talented. They can do a lot of the work themselves. It allows us to do upgrades that maybe we wouldn't normally. We'd have to put out for more money. And I'm just always impressed to see how well they do and how quickly and how expertly everything is done and how wonderful it looks. So I just wanted to make sure we did a presentation of some of those upgrades.
That's beautiful.
I'm pretty impressed.
I think it deserves a hand.
No, yay. Okay.
Thank you for that, Ms. Can. I'm sorry Eric couldn't have been able to join us today, but because he deserves a lot of credit and the entire team. They just did a phenomenal job, and that's only a part of it. That's only a part of it. All the things that have been done at the high school this year with the tuck pointing and other things.
Printer's getting ready to go too. Printer's having some improvements to the entry areas. They're getting ready to start that once we finish Grigsby. Yeah, the tuck pointing, just painting everywhere. I mean, Eric is literally juggling all kinds of balls at one time and managing to not drop any. So he's really incredible. We're really lucky to have him in the crew.
Great job all around. And the facilities look fantastic, and the parents and everyone, honestly, everyone should be very proud of what these buildings look like now.
Because we are.
All right, item 11A, Freedom of Information Act requests.
We received 4 requests under the Freedom of Information Act during the period of June 21st, 22 through July 15th, 22. The first request was received on June 27 from Roy Granger. She requested the following information: full contract with First Student Union, all payments already made to First Student, yearly contract increase amounts. The second request was received on July 1st from Illinois Retired Teachers Association, requested the following information. Please provide the name and email addresses of any certified staff, teachers, administrators, nurses, counselors, etc., who announced their retirement for any date or year in the future. Please include the year they plan to retire. The third request was received on July 12th from Lloyd Granger, requested the following information. A list of all 176 student attendance school days paid per year listed in the School Bus Transportation Service Agreement. The fourth request was also received on July 12th from Lloyd Granger, who requested the following information. A list of 176 student attendance school days they have agreed to pay to the contractor per student per transportation agreement. These requests were handled by administration. We appreciate all the efforts.
Yep, and thanks for doing it. I know this can be very time consuming. And that is there for information only, so we don't need a motion or any approval on that. And then item 11C, district activity and memorial fund statements through June 30th and through July 21st are there for your information. And if anybody has any questions on those or otherwise, we're happy to take those or get with Mr. Survey separately. Therefore, again, for information. And then that brings us up to item 12, which is executive session. And we do have executive session tonight under exception 2C8, which is student safety. And I will entertain a motion to go into executive session at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Giving it to the two of you. Roll call, please, Zach.
I'll let say.
None, aye. Masters?
Bill, you still there?
All right, I muted that eye.
Okay.
Stacy?
Aye.
Vinnie?
Aye.
Knogle?
Aye.
Curran?
Aye.
Bontar?
Aye. And we are in executive session. The time is 6:55 p.m. And thank you all for being here. We appreciate that tonight.